My name is William Anderson, and I was born in Larbert, and I came to Kincardine to get a house because the forest that I was in was Carn Valley, and there wasn't any houses available when I was getting married, so I had to get a house, and this is the reason I came to Kincardine, to work in the forest nursery. The head forester at Carn Valley, Jake Colner, says, "Where does your wife come from?" And I says, "Stirling." And he says, "If you're going to the west coast," he says, "are you wise?" But of course, taking somebody from the city to the country, he says, "not a good idea." And he said, "If I can get you a job nearer home, would you take it?" And I says, "Oh, aye." So he arranged with the head forester at the Villa Forest to get me a job in Tullyalm Nursery, and that was it. Yeah? But Tullyalm Nursery was a fascinating place because they started in the 20s and it went till the 1980s. One of the lorry drivers had a map, and because he started after the war, and after the war he took trees from the south of England to the north of Scotland, and on the map was every forest he had delivered trees to in 30-40 years. It's quite fascinating. You got paid piecework by the 100, so that the harder you worked, the more money you made. Okay? But there was also a bit there that it would be about half an acre, half the size of a football pitch, and they grew willow, and it was for the blind in Edinburgh, and they made baskets. They wove the willow into baskets and things, and they got it for nothing. I mean, it was just grown for charity, so it was quite a nice thing, you know. Yeah? Well, there was a big gale in the late 60s, and half the trees, well, no, half the trees, that's an exaggeration, but an awful lot of trees in Scotland blew down, so they were needing people to harvest the trees, to cut them up, clear the ground and replant, and there was more money made in that than what we were making in the forestry as self-employed. So my two brothers and I decided to become contractors, and we went to an estate at Dunmore, and that's where we started, and then we graduated from there to all over central Scotland. You know? Oh well, the woman that I was working with at the end was my gaffer, and when she started, she says to me, I'd be in my late 60s, she says, "You can't retire." I says, "What do you mean I can't retire?" She says, "Until I can download what's in your head, you can't retire. I need what's in your head, Willie." She says, "Because you've been here that long, you know everybody, you know why it was done, when it was done, what it was cost." She says, "That's what I need." She says, "I don't need you to graft and break yourself up." She says, "I just need you to be there." Again. So that was it. Again. But she was promoted, and after that I thought, no, I've had enough. You know, at 73-year-old, I'd done no bad. Again. It's been a good place. I've quite enjoyed living here. Again. I didn't really have any complaints. I had a couple of boys again, that one followed me into forestry, the other one went into computers, and they both did quite well in life. So no, I had quite a good life again.